everyone, I just wanted to try making a video to show you how I do the Art Alchemy wax paints. I put them on with my fingers. It's a really creamy, smells delicious because it has beeswax in it. Anyways, I have my block of wood. This is about a 5 by 5.5 block. It's gonna sit like this. And I glued on some beading, some little pretty flower beads. This was this stuff here that you use to fix lines in wallboard with. So I stuck it on there, some trim here, little heart. Over here I have a piece of lace and rose and little praying hands. And on the back I have it's just black and a place to write the name of the block and so forth. Anyways, I glued it on, painted it all with black gesso, and it is ready now for these paints. And this is how you do it. You just rub it on. And the design of the wood leaves marks in it, gives it some texture. And then I grab a brush. I'm going to set this on this side so that it's easier. And I use this to kind of work my way in the cracks of the lace there. Just kind of work it all the way in. And you see I don't get all the spots, just you know, a little bit here and there. Go back to do my edges with my fingers like that. And on the top here I just do around. I'm actually going to do the heart with something else. And I'm trying to decide, I think I'm going to let that black with gold under it. So we're just going to switch over here to the front. And sometimes I will use some of these foam brushes to get closer to things. Especially like in between here. Where my finger can't reach. Do the end. I love doing the end cut on the boards because the design of the wood really will show up. I almost wish I'd have left that piece of lace out of there. This is just gorgeous. So now I need to get a little closer to things. It doesn't really take any know-how, you just wipe it on till it looks like what you want. The back here, I put this little sticky part. It is a piece of the samples at Walmart for, oh, what do they call it? Different colors of paint that you cover up stains with. I think it's the name of it is fleeing my mind at the moment, but they have these huge sheets of sticky backed samples. So I just kind of walked out of Walmart with some of these free samples, and I use them to write the name of the piece of art and its number and made by me on the back of them. So just like that, I get a Kleenex, buff this off really good so I can write on it later. So you see, it's not really anything, just however you want it to look. So I pretty much have all the red done now, and I'll show you what happens when we add the gold. It really pops. Excuse me, my head probably went into that. Clean your finger good. And we're going to do gold on this side. As you can see, I love the gold. I've used a lot of it. The black shows through, but the gold gets highlighted. This is so fun, and it's like therapy. Anyone can do this, I think. I'm actually gonna paint that heart with a metallic paint. Totally different than this kind of metallic. Okay, now I'm gonna do these little flowers and balls. Isn't that cool? Just stunning. It makes it pop. It's kind of sitting crooked on my... you just hit the tops. This comes up and over, as you can see. Here on the end, I'm going to do this, little praying hands, and I'm going to highlight this lace section. I may get some on the rose there, I'm not sure, but I'm going to go back and cover it with some metallic, different kind of paint, more of an acrylic metallic. So in some applications, when you're working in a tiny tight spot, the brush gets it up closer than what it did before. And I think I'm going to do this here on the end in the gold also. This is just fabric trim that I glued on. You want something that has a good raised edge. Just like that. Now we're all ready to add our pieces on. I think I'll paint these last so they can dry without being touched. So I'm gonna move my board here now, and you'll see how I go about. I think I better wash my fingers before I touch anything. So I have, this was a bracelet. You can see the little gold bling around there. That's gonna go about here. And this earring is going to go in the top. Let's do it first. I have a pre-punched hole in this that it's going to stick back in underneath that. If it cooperates, actually I think I'm going to cut some of it off. It's a little bit long, and then we'll glue it. This is an earring. I always like to have something dangling in my jewelry. For some reason, that just fascinates me. So this is going to be dangling loose. Can you see that right there like that? And we'll use a little bit of our hot glue in behind here. I just pulled it out. I can glue it better this way. Yikes, that's hot. That's the part of hot glue I don't like, is when you accidentally touch it where you shouldn't. Now, let's see if we can get this back in here again and stuck fast before it dries, because it dries pretty fast. There we go. I will clean up those, what I call spider webs, later. And we may end up putting a little jewel there at the top where that starts to kind of hide its entry spot. But there you can see, those are hanging loose. We're going to bend that out just a little bit. Give it a little more dangle because I accidentally glued. There we go. That hangs there. I'm going to glue this here. But I think I'm going to put this under here just for anyhow, because I can. Should I do it like this? Or I think I like this better for some reason. Don't know why. Let's put it up under that a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Nope, I don't like it. Then let's go this way. This part is going to be hidden. Then it gets little flowers. I think I like that better, very much so. So we're going to glue this on quickly. As you can see, it's just layering. I laid it out kind of beforehand so I'd kind of know how I would want it, and then you just go with that. I think I'm going to put it right here. And eventually I will seal that, which I think, whoops, I better check my camera. Yep, you can still see it. See what I'm doing there? this is all glued down good. This will be here, this will be here. You will actually only see that top part because this is going to be inside, covered up with the little beads. So get these back out here where they belong. And this I am going to glue right here. But I'm going to have to bend this straight a little bit. It's a lot of bling for a small piece, but I wanted it to pop. So what I do, I get something to make a mark with. I think this would be the right distance apart. And I'm going to place that at the top. Okay, it needs to be that long. I'm just making a mark where to put my glue, because once I glue it, it is stuck fast. Tweezers are the handiest things because you can barely see it, but I can. This little thing used to be an earring, but I straightened it, and which wasn't always the easiest. It's going to go sticking right there. Gotta have our bling. Get my handy glue gun here that's seen its last days. I'm wanting a new one, but I don't know what would be the best to get. Guess I'll have to ask what's best. There's so many different kinds out there. How are you to know? So put my glue on. Take this and press it down in there. Put it nice and straight. Get my tweezers, pick out the spider webbing. It's firmed up already. How do you like that? Okay, I really think I need to seal this first. So, get a brush over here, and I'm going to seal it with Mod Podge, I think. If it gets a little browned, it won't hurt. We'll see. Mod Podge is supposed to dry clear. So that just seals it from dust and makes it easier to clean if the flies get on it. These little things are so handy. Okay, I'm going to cut off this one little corner because it's going to show below where I want to put the ring. There we go. That's going to go right there. We have some leaves here to put on. I'm just going to go ahead and cut those short. Decide where I want those, probably like that. Yep. I buy these leaves in bulk off of Amazon. And I always like to give them a shine of Mod Podge just to seal them and make them shiny. When that dries, you'll see what I mean. They have a little shiny glare to them. This is ready to glue on right there. Pile of hot glue makes a hot mess, but my hot messes are usually pretty when I get done with them. See, I had gotten this one out, but I don't know where I would put it unless I would put it right there. Huh. Now I'm cooking. I was going to fill that with little beads, but I think I will not. Ooh, I love that. Perfect. I was going to get rid of that one, but I love it. I love it. I also have these little red flower earrings. I think they're so adorable. I cut the backs off of them and they just go for little pops of magic right beside the black flower. Like how that looks. I'm gonna put this one right here. Actually, I think I'll put some more back here to just kind of keep it raised so I can put my other thing there. And get rid of those cobwebs. I wish I could figure out how I wouldn't need those in all my stuff. I love these sharp tweezers. You lift up tiny things. This bling is going to go right here under the flower. I'm going to glue it down and then I'm going to put this there. Woo-hoo. But I better get myself another glue stick handy because it looks like I'm going to run out. Glue sticks were created in heaven, I think. Well, not really, but you get the picture. Okay, I'm going to put a little glue under this just to keep it down out of the way. Then I'm going to glue my circle, and while it's still wet, I will glue that red ring thing in there. Whatever it was, I don't know, but it sure is pretty, and it has a little heart on it too. That's what makes me love it. So, okay, fill it full of more glue. Sometimes I just push it to make it come out like I need. Okie doke. And, whoops, don't touch it with your finger. Carefully lift it up. Put this in place. Oh, see that? Little flowers match these. Wow, and the heart. I am so glad I thought to put that there. That is just cool. Look at that. I love it. And then, oops, let me get my little earring out here so it can dangle free. Then I have the rest of this ring that I am going to glue up here. It goes from there to the heart. Let's see if I can eyeball that and put that straight across. Doesn't want to lay real flat, so I've been working on it. It's one of those self-curling things. Okay, I think I'm going to stick this end first and press down. Yay! Oops, it stuck to me. Oh, I hate that glue. Just take some of that off. It's a little hard to get the exact amount you should have. I'll work at this as I go. Just removing some of that extra glue there. Leads over to this little heart. And the little heart I am going to paint with red. Well, I knew I had a red here somewhere. Let me do a quick look over here. I am not finding it, so guess what? We go to the second thing. We are going to just make it the same color of red. Whoopsie! Red as that. Good enough for me. And we will do this heart down here, rose. And if you do it right, you see how the black shows through and shows you where the petals are? I love that part of it. I think God made gesso just for me. And I see that we need a little bit of, clean my brush, a little bit of red to make, oops, it still has too much gold on it. There, I'm pretty much done. This is what it looks like. You can see that moves. I may add a little bit of gold beads sprinkled out through here, I don't know. And we will put some wording up right in here, just a little saying of some kind, God bless this home, or something like that. I kind of just check over it, see if there's any places that need to be a little bit more vibrant. Just to make them pop a little bit. There we go. That is finished. I haven't fully thought of a title yet or the words, but that gives you an idea what goes in. I will spray it with a clear sealer to seal it in then. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.